Yo, it's your boy AK Locked and Loaded, man. We doing Instacart today. I've been doing it all week. I've really made a lot of money, and this is gonna be a crazy order. I'm making $42 off this order. It was like, I think like $15 plus like a $25 tip, then some. So whatever it is, it came out to 42. I haven't finished it yet though. I'm walking into Jewels right now. Finna get it busted. And so I'm basically finna keep giving y'all a tutorial on how to do it. But I really just want to show y'all like how valid it is. This is my first order of the day. I'm starting at like 3:30, and I just feel like I just clocked in to make 40 in less than an hour. Like, that's half somebody's paycheck, and the day not even started for, well, the day not over for. So I'm gonna show y'all how it goes. All right, so yeah, these are the CDC guidelines that I have to follow as an Instacart worker. You see, I already have a mask on. I don't have COVID, so I instantly tell them about that. This is the shopping list that I'm following. It's only 22 items. You can see it's multiples of different items, so that makes it a little bit more. But overall, this is an easy order. I would say 22 is a casual order. And for $42, they put like a $25 plus tip on here. That was a good trade-off. As you can see, one of the items doesn't even have a picture, so that's gonna make it a little hard to find, but I'll show y'all how I found it later on in the video. Okay, so first on the list is the produce. I like to start off with produce because usually this is what the customer has the most of, and also most grocery stores start off in the front is their produce. They have all the vegetables, they have the shells, organic fruit, all the way by the front, all of that. And so what's going on basically is they didn't have individual navel oranges. So what I'm gonna do is I replace it with the bag that they have, because they have the oranges, they just don't have the individual. And she wanted a 4-pound bag for $4.99, and literally that is what that is. So as you can see, I'm having trouble because the app is going to tell me that it's not the right product, which it's not, but I override it by saying that it is, and that when I show the customer, they have the option to review it and accept it. And it's just a pretty straightforward acceptance because it's still navel oranges, it's still the same price, and honestly they're getting more bang for their buck, because instead of getting 4 individuals, they got that one bag, and that comes with more oranges for the same price, same weight and everything. So I feel like when you do that for the customer, it helps them choose better by giving them a replacement instead of just refunding them. And it's the best way to not give up on your job. All right, so I'm gonna show y'all how I shop for fruit. Basically, I'm gonna start off just showing y'all bananas. So you know bananas, they're not edible really. They're not ripe yet if they're green. So I definitely look for yellow bananas. This is a good one. They're almost yellow. Some of them definitely yellow. And they're not brown for real. So they look kind of healthy. Some of them have little brown spots, but because they're still kind of green, then they're still edible for like a good 2-3 days on a regular level. Instead of getting some that are already yellow, that's gonna be brown by probably tomorrow or Monday. So I get them these, or maybe these, but I want to make sure they can eat something today too. I don't want to get something that's fully, you don't want to get anything that's fully ripe, because then it's like, why would you buy that for them? They maybe want to eat it today. So I think about that too. So I'm gonna go with these just because these look the healthiest while still being kind of ripe, so it'll last, because I know they're not eating all 6 today. So yeah, that's really just how I shop for produce. Make sure everything is good. Make sure you're getting the right bananas. They didn't say organic, so I'm making sure I'm just getting regular bananas, but it's definitely organic bananas that you should get if they're organic. So just make sure you're paying attention to the freshness of the fruit, the stages that the fruit is in. Make sure you understand how the fruit is supposed to look when it's edible and when it's growing and ripening. So yeah, that's a good thing to keep in mind. All right, now on to the weigh station. Since they said they wanted 6 bananas, the app says it should be about 2.4 pounds, and the scale starts at 5. So yeah, it went 5, 6, 7.5. So that's low key on point. It's a little off by probably like a 0.1, no cap. Like, So I'm gonna say it was 2.5. So that's not gonna change too much of what the order was. It does change the price if it's about a pound over. Obviously, if they wanted a whole another pound of bananas, that's gonna be more bananas. But the estimations from the app, they understand that it's not gonna be on point. Like, it might be less or more. If it's a lot less, it's a lot cheaper. If it's a lot more, then it's a lot more cost. But I'm gonna just type in 2.5 and be honest about it. But overall, that's not gonna change anything about the pricing of the bananas, the pricing that the customer pays, or anything like that. It's just, making sure that everything is on point so the app knows how to add their stuff up. Because I'm pretty sure they just taking estimates of when people were buying bananas, they were weighing them in. And now you have enough total to understand that the bananas usually gonna cost what they weigh, and they usually weigh about 2.4 for that many. So yeah, just keep that in mind, that you gotta weigh properly and that you gotta pick the right fruits. That's literally it. The quantity matters. They asked for 6, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And yeah, on to the next. That's the only produce I really had. So I'm gonna get everything else done. I'll get back to y'all when I'm finished. If I have any other problems or replacements, I'll definitely put that in the tutorial. So just pay attention. All right, next I'm gonna show y'all how I tackled the challenge of finding the pastry with no pictures. So first I started looking at replacements so I could see if it was a picture of what a replacement would look like, a good one at least. And none of them have pictures. So what I decided to do is I just went to the pastry section that's not too far off from produce. If you know the stores, you understand where everything should be. And so I knew it was gonna be the next thing to tackle anyway. And then as you can see, I just read the label. The label, honestly, it doesn't even say the same name. So I just went and looked to make sure like which one was the closest to the name. As you can see, this one has come up as the incorrect because it says butter pecan field. They just want where it has cinnamon pecans on it, I guess. So I found one that had a similar name, but it was closer to the product that they needed. And when I scanned it, it turned out to be perfect. So yeah, you might not have a picture, but you definitely still have the names, the labels, the QR code. So just make sure you look at everything before you give up on the order. All right, now we have premium saltine crackers. The reason I'm showing you this one is because they did not have the crackers that are listed. This is asking for a 16-ounce original pack of crackers. And in the store, I'm finna show you now, I'm looking at the 8 ounces. The 8 ounce, it doesn't scan properly as the right one. It says, as you can see, it says I have a 13.6 ounce. And then on the package that does scan, it says 1 pound. I'm not sure, I'm not a mathematician, if 16 ounces equals a pound, but when I scanned the 1 pounder, it worked compared to finding one that says 16 ounces. So just use this as a lesson on that. Even though Instacart might tell you a size or a quantity, it might not be the exact same as it is in store on the actual original box. Like the company calls it a pound. They talking about 6 ounces. It's scanned correct. Not sure why, but there you go. I got the right item by just persistence. All right, next up we have this snack pack. As you can see, when I scanned it the first time, it didn't go through. But if you notice, it's the exact same. The Oreo Nutter Butter Chips Ahoy combo 12 pack. That's what I'm looking for. The only thing, and I had an associate help me with this. He also sees the issue. It's just a different packaging. So I'm not sure why, but it has the same items, has the same brand. It just doesn't scan the same. So what I had to do is I just looked up replacements. Turns out the package that I have was a proper replacement, even though it's the same thing. So it works out just in that manner. That boy AK-47. You want to subscribe? Yeah, but yeah, that's why I'm doing this vlog right now. Oh, bro, that's why I'm doing this vlog right now, because it's like I just gotta, show people like money moves. My homies be trying to do money moves and shit, so it's like I'm trying to show people a way that's legal and a way that's actually good money. Because like Uber Eats is not the same. Oh, you putting that? Yeah, I skip it. That boy AK. THC.
Man, you need like a shorter name, bro.
That boy AK. I feel you. It's like I only picked it really because it was the only person with this name. You feel me? Like I look up that boy. It's not too many people.
I found a comment. I helped them once.
Yeah, I bet. Cool. I'm gonna post it probably soon. So
Let me know.
Get some subscribers, bro. Put niggas on the Instacart. That's how it go. Okay, what I'm showing you now is Ice Mountain water is out of stock. I don't know why. That's the most popular water in Illinois and the Midwest, but I like it. It's great water. But yeah, it's out of stock in the normal big pack. So what I did is I went to the higher shelf. I replaced the big pack with the smaller pack because that's what the customer approved of. And as you can see, it still didn't scan, but I had to override and say it is correct. As you can tell, it is the same one. So I got 2 of the other packs. All right, so what's going on now is that I've had to go back into the app because I found the original item. So basically, the associate I spoke with earlier, he's restocking the water. And so he brings out the whole case of water. And before he even gets to restock it, I just go ahead and go and say that I found the original item that the customer wanted. So instead of getting the little cases of water, I get the larger ones. So all you got to do is just go to say you found it, you scan those, and you put them in the cart and take back the other replacement. All right, so this one is just for a disclaimer on people who are not as tall. So items when they're low on stock, they might end up just far back on the shelf. You're gonna have to go grab that. So I used my athleticism, my hops, and I went and snagged it because I'm the greatest. Okay, now so we're getting to the end. It's the last item on my list. I could not find this cheese spread, and there are no replacements that I could find in store that the customer would like. So what I did is I just said no adequate replacements, and I proceeded to refund the item. Most times, if the customer does not add their own replacement, you can find one for them, but usually it's not what they would want, so you just refund it. Like you can see with this gold bond, I got the extra strength in a smaller size because I couldn't find the larger one that they wanted, but they approved the replacement, and so it was okay for me to get them this extra strength in a smaller size, which they honestly might like better because it's cheaper and they still get the product that they need. So yeah, if you have trouble finding anything, just go ahead, try to replace it. If no replacement is needed, or if they already give a disclaimer that they want a refund, then no hassle, go ahead, refund them, go ahead, get back to the job. I'm at the end of my list, so I'm going to go ahead and check out. I'm also showing you how when I got the bananas, they wanted 6 individual bananas, and so I didn't put that in there correctly. So I said, no, it was not prepackaged. Well, it actually is prepackaged because it comes with wrapping. I said it's 6 bananas, and it's still for 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds. So yeah, I'm pretty much done now. The replacements have been made, and everything else was found. That comes with a check. So it's time to check out. Get this money.
This is the cart. Just put this shit on there regular.
All right, next is the checkout process. This is the barcode that I use. I type that in as I'll show in the next slide, and I'll finish paying with Apple Pay.
Basically, just type in the number.
Okay, boom. So now I'm checking out Apple Pay. The reason I used Apple Pay, 1, is convenient, and 2, I lost my Instacart card recently, so I have to only go to stores that accept Apple Pay. They give you a list, so I will be putting the list in the video at the end of who takes Apple Pay cards and who doesn't. And once I finish checking out, you take a clear picture of the receipt, submit photo, and now you're on to the delivery step. So it tells you due at or before 4:54. I'm on good time because as you see, it's 4:43. The house is only about 10 to 11 minutes away, and it's going to be a smooth delivery. It's not too bad. As you saw, the checkout was smooth, quick and easy, like a regular checkout.
So I arrived at the crib. It's self-explanatory to give them their groceries. So that's what I'm on right now. I'm just delivering from my car to the, to the house.
All right, after you drop off the groceries, you go back into the app and you just confirm that you met the customer. They wanted me to meet them, so I called them to make sure that they knew that order was outside. When I talked to the lady on the phone, she just said leave it at the door. So for my own discretion to make sure that there's no misunderstandings, I go ahead and say I couldn't find the customer because I actually didn't meet them. I take a picture of their order and boom, I say I completed delivery, on to the next one. Okay, so what I'm showing you now is that more batches have arrived, for available actually. I'm gonna click one just for a tutorial. So this is how the batches look when they first come up. This is a pretty straightforward, simple batch. It's going to a liquor store. I just have to pick up one bottle of wine, 7 units of that one bottle. That's really easy. It's literally like the easiest labor you could do at times. Honestly, like grocery shopping isn't really that hard to me because I just grab it off the shelf. Like the most hassle would be driving there. This is a 20-minute drive from where I'm located. So I would say patience is my best key to picking a good order because I could just go with this order, but you see it's other orders. That Meyer Flossmore is way closer. I can get that $15, 20 items, blah, blah, blah. But I decide to actually pick the Target order. I mean, not the Target order, the Jewels order that's going back to the same Jewels I was just at. And it's a pretty simple order. It's only 11 items. I know I can do this one quick. So we're going. All right, now finally I'm showing you my earnings for the week. I'll go with the current week that I'm in. I've made $278.19 within 17 hours and 54 minutes off doing 20 batches. So I'm showing you my best days. My best day was probably Thursday when I made $84 in 5 hours off 6 batches. I'll also show you my earnings from the video that I'm creating right now. So I made $51.47. That one batch that I showed was $41. It was actually only $7 total, but because the customer decided to bless, they put a $34 tip, making it $41.95. So this is great. Honestly, I've made $51 in less than 2 hours. And this is my referral code if you want to go ahead and make some money with me. Finally, what I'm showing you is the cash out. It's an instant cash out with only a 50-cent deposit fee. Quick and easy. I still have pending tips left, but that's the cash out.